Some powerful moments in court today. A federal judge just placed strict restrictions on immigration agents and their use of force here in Chicago. Now, before that ruling, the judge read a famous poem by Carl Sandburg. Then she took federal officials to task for use of force she said shocks the conscious and stepped on the rights of protesters. Investigative reporter Bennett Haberle here now with the details of today's ruling by Judge Sarah Ellis. Bennett?
Yes.
Get your protesters out of the fucking way. Your protesters have no business blocking in law enforcement, impeding law enforcement, stopping law enforcement, or aiding and abetting the escape of illegal criminals. By just being here in the United States, they are elite. They are breaking the law. The same laws that are applied to me must be applied to them also. I don't do double standards. I don't want to hear all this crying. Blah, blah, blah. The law will still be enforced. You are not going to shame me into thinking that the laws should not be applied to these people, but it does still apply to me just because you say so. Go to hell.
Stefan, we've been talking about this case a lot, and this ruling really stems from a lawsuit filed last month by a group who alleged that the federal agents' use of force has been excessive and infringed on their constitutional rights. They are claiming victory tonight, though, after that judge's ruling that put strict guardrails on what federal agents can do and can't do when it comes to crowd control. Federal Judge Sarah Ellis began Thursday's hearing by reciting author Carl Sandburg's poem Chicago, which acknowledges the city's grit and its pride. She then
So until now, never in her career as a judge has she ever decided to read a poem when sentencing anyone or when litigating. This is all new. When it came to prosecuting Americans, no poem, no haikus, no rap lyrics, nothing. Just a sentence that's within the guidelines of the law. Now she wants to break the law because she is a part of an army, a communist takeover here in the United States, organized and pushed by globalists. And they want us to basically turn off our Constitution just to stop their tears. We are not doing that.
pivoted to say that the federal government would have people believe instead that Chicagoland is full of violence, attacked by agitators. That simply is untrue. She added the government's evidence belies that assertion. In issuing the preliminary injunction that now bars federal agents from using tear gas or pepper balls against protesters or journalists unless there's an imminent threat, Ellis cited several examples over the past several weeks that
you as a judge sitting in your fucking courtroom, you do not get to decide what is or is not an imminent threat. The law enforcement officers that are on the ground, ICE agents, federal agents, PD, they're the ones who make that determination because it's their life that's in danger. Hindsight is 2020. Later on, you might decide maybe there's nothing you can tell me at the time because you want me to gamble with my life. I'm not doing it. You want me to risk it by letting these people come together and form a mob around me, and then all of a sudden somebody pulls out a gun. So you wanted to get that far, you wanted to get that close before I react, while you sit there on your bench with your robe, pushing for this takeover because you hate the United States and you no longer believe in our Constitution. You want a multicultural democracy. You no longer want to be a part of a constitutional republic. Instead of going to war with us, why don't you just pick another country and relocate and stay alive? Why would you want to go to war with us? Why are you fighting so hard? There are other countries out there. There are communist, socialist nations. Relocate. But thinking you're going to take everything that was built here in the United States by our ancestors is a failure.